Every single morning, Ramu quit. He didn't call it quitting, he called it rest. But the half-plowed field behind him told the real story. 4 months of quitting in the same spot. 4 months of telling himself he would be consistent tomorrow. His father had worked this same land every single day. Same heat, same dust. Never quit. Ramu had watched it his whole life and still couldn't do it. The honest truth Ramu never said out loud. Farming was never his dream. It was his father's life. And quitting felt like the only thing that was truly his. Consistency, Ramu had decided, was a gift some people were born with. His father had it. He didn't. That afternoon, hundreds of sheep appeared on the edge of the field. Dust rising like smoke in the golden light of the grazing fields. A boy walked at the back of the herd, unhurried. A small peacock feather sat on his head, catching the light like it belonged there. He sat down next to Ramu without asking, picked up a handful of soil, rubbed it between his fingers, said nothing. "Who are you?" Ramu finally asked, half annoyed, half curious. The boy smiled. "Krishna. I travel with whoever needs company." He nodded at the sheep moving through the golden dust. "They don't ask where we're going, they just walk." "That's exactly my problem," Ramu said. "I can't just walk. I always quit." Krishna turned slowly. "How many days have you quit this field early?" Ramu thought. 3, maybe 4. Krishna nodded. "Then your consistency is perfect. You just haven't noticed what you're being consistent at." Ramu stood up. That was the most annoying thing he had ever heard. He walked back to the plow, partly to prove something. He worked hard, harder than any day before. 20 minutes. He went further than he ever had. And then, his arms slowed. His feet stopped. He sat down, closer to the finish line than ever. Still not there. Consistency, Ramu thought bitterly. Fine. I'm consistent at failing. Krishna walked over. "Come, help me bring the last few up." He pointed toward the rocky hilltop, a small ancient temple overlooking the entire valley below. Ramu didn't want to go, but he went. They walked together through the dust and loose stones, pushing the last few sheep gently uphill. Halfway up, Ramu stopped to breathe. He looked back. His field was a small brown patch from here, a place that had been defeating him every single day. And from here, it looked tiny. "You know what real quitting is?" Krishna asked. He wasn't even looking at Ramu. Quitting is deciding the next step is not worth it before you take it. You do that every day. Not because you're tired, because you've already decided it's pointless. "But I don't even want to farm," Ramu said. "Why should I be consistent at something I don't love?" Krishna was quiet for a moment. Then, "You have it backwards. Your father didn't show up every day because he loved farming. He loved farming because he kept showing up. Consistency didn't come after the love. Consistency built it." Ramu stared at him. He wanted to argue. He had no argument, because somewhere under the bitterness, he knew it was true. His father hadn't started loving this land on day one. He had earned that love by going back, every single day. They reached the temple at the top. The valley glowed below them in warm gold. The sheep settled. The wind moved through the dry grass. Everything was still. Krishna picked up his staff. "I'll take them down the other side." He started walking. He didn't look back. He had already said what needed to be said. Ramu stood at the temple for a while. Then he walked back down, past the neem tree, past the place where he always quit, back to the field, back to the plow. He didn't love farming yet, but he decided he was done being consistent at quitting. Consistency isn't what you feel before you start. It's what you build by not quitting. One day, one row, one small decision at a time. Like this video. Share it with someone who keeps quitting just before the finish. Subscribe. A new Krishna story every week.